Hi, I'm Andrew Vale, and I'm an attorney with Sapega, Daly, Pope, and Perry. In my area of practice, I work a lot with conservatorships. Many of my clients, colleagues, family, and friends have asked me about the Britney Spears situation and her conservatorship woes. So what's the big deal with #FreeBritney? First, let's take a look at what conservatorship is. A conservatorship is an arrangement where a person takes control of the rights and responsibilities of another person. The arrangement, which must be authorized and supervised by a court, allows others to make decisions for people who the court determines are unable to manage their own affairs appropriately. Sometimes, adults can't make responsible financial decisions on their own. People can become incapable of managing their own affairs and their money due to age, injury, or disability. And when this happens, a conservator can help these people properly manage their financial life. In Connecticut, this type of conservatorship is called a conservatorship of the estate. Another type of conservatorship in Connecticut is called a conservatorship of person. This type of conservatorship puts the power to make healthcare decisions in someone else's hands. If a person isn't capable of caring for themselves, they may need the help of someone else. For example, if an older adult starts to suffer from dementia, they may reach a point where they can't make sound decisions to manage their own health. If this person develops a lung illness, for example, their doctor may suggest several forms of treatment where each type of treatment has its own risks and benefits. The person with dementia may not be able to cognitively understand and make the choice of which method of treatment to take. This is where having a conservator can help. Another important thing to know about conservatorships in Connecticut is they can be either voluntary or involuntary. Those terms are basically self-explanatory. In a voluntary conservatorship, the person being conserved volunteers to be conserved because they know that they need some help in making decisions for themselves. In an involuntary conservatorship, the individual is generally conserved because they are incapable of making any sort of decision, including whether they need the assistance a conservatorship provides. For example, a person who is a victim of a traumatic brain injury and loses all mental capacity will often need to be involuntarily conserved. While conservatorships may sound somewhat scary, they are actually great tools that exist to help people who are in real need of it. And in the state of Connecticut, the process of obtaining a conservatorship is not taken very lightly at all. There are processes to help ensure that conservatorships are put in place only for those who truly need it and for those people who it will benefit the most. For example, in any conservatorship proceeding in Connecticut, a lawyer is appointed to represent a potentially conserved person and advocate for their wishes, regardless of their ability to pay for legal counsel. Now let's take a look at Britney. Britney's situation is so very complicated. Britney exploded into popularity when she was just 16 years old, becoming a multi-millionaire almost overnight. Not long after experiencing this wild success, Britney struggled with her mental health. But unlike most people who experience mental health challenges, Britney was forced to work through those challenges in the public eye. After Britney's mental health struggles led to her hospitalization in 2008, those around her sought to put someone else in charge of her fortune, her career, and her personal affairs. Despite her mental health concerns, Britney has been performing and earning a great deal of money for years since her very public struggles began. For high-earning celebrities like Britney, the show must go on. While Britney's fame and fortune sounds great on the surface, when you think about her life, it's a lot more difficult than one might imagine. Britney is more or less a business, and there are a lot of people trying to make money for her. But let's be honest, they're actually trying to make money for themselves or the businesses they work for. Then there are tours, talk show interviews, photo shoots, choreography practice, and all the rest. Record companies wanted to push her further. Her agents, publicists, family, and business partners all had an interest in keeping Britney Inc. afloat. And Britney is at the center of it all. She's pulled in a million different directions every single day. Add in the constant pressure of paparazzi, a divorce, work demands, substance abuse, child custody disputes. Despite her fame and fortune, Britney Spears has been living a difficult life. We have learned recently that issues surrounding Britney's conservatorship have been simmering for years. Britney's father says he was protecting her from a bad manager. The manager thinks he was protecting Britney from her family. But what about Britney the person? What does she want? The hashtag Free Britney people out there just want Britney to be free of all of it so she can do her own thing. But is Britney even capable of doing her own thing? For most of her life, she has probably received help with most of her decisions. Any conservatorship proceeding provides due process safeguards that must be satisfied before a judge puts that kind of arrangement in place. We don't know, and we may never know, exactly why the California court resisted previous attempts to make changes to her conservatorship. There is nothing typical about Britney's conservatorship. Conservatorships are generally needed for the elderly, not the young. Most conserved people don't have the ability to earn money, let alone have a residency at a hotel in Las Vegas. It goes without saying that most conserved people are not global celebrities. However, disputes are common in conservatorships, and sometimes these disputes can become quite litigious. Given the rights and responsibilities involved in conservatorships, this should be expected. It is the job of the courts, attorneys for the parties, and the conservators themselves to resolve any disputes in a way that always keeps the focus on what is best for the conserved person. The intense public focus on Britney's case has shed light on the important role conservatorship plays in our legal system. I hope that the public awareness surrounding this case provides an opportunity for everyone to reflect on the rights of those with mental illness or cognitive decline and learn the way in which our institutions work to protect our most vulnerable citizens. If you have any questions about conservatorships in the state of Connecticut, leave them in the comments below. Thank you.